So we'll start rocking part 2 from the outside. Okay, so we could do something with this little box here. It's up to you if you want. We could even get a little bit, like I could put a few plants of that in there and just make that actually look nice. It would be good for showing times, the stuff like this. And then we've got, so these are a point as to whether or not we want to keep them or not. It really only makes sense if it actually goes in and blends in with the house, because the house has the same. We will have to paint up the window here, power wash and paint the trim a little bit, just make this look fresh and new. If we're able to recurl a few of these things back in here, do what we can there. Once again, this is just clean. You can have a look, see whether or not we need just to clean that, reseat them, or whether or not we need to do a little bit more with that. It is powered, so we want to make sure the power and everything works with these. Once again, there's more of that, so we don't know whether we want to pull them off there or that. It's kind of one point made to look like a little house, which is kind of, like I said, if the actual house doesn't have that and the rest of the houses in the area don't have that, it kind of seems out of place to have that and on this, and they're not on the house. So once again, we can see about removing that and see what's behind it, make sure it's not doing damage, doing anything like that. And then we got, so the back here, so there's a little panel here, you know, just some little fresh paint and stuff like that on the part there. Going through, clear all this stuff away from here, and then paint around and look at what we got to do to secure the door. Oh, the fence looks pretty good. We'll do a quick run around with that. When it's time, we might do a little bit of gardening. Maybe put like a few, like clean up things around it. Maybe even a couple of small little pines, if they're cheap enough. I might grab a couple of those and put them maybe along the back or something like that. And then our other one, so we have this here. I believe that's part of the gate. So we can decide whether or not we wanted to do something where it actually had a functioning gate again. I think that probably wouldn't be a bad idea, because it would appeal to a lot of the people who are looking for pets, and Tony and Melissa. And from there, we'll just do a little bit. So on the outside, once again, we're going to power wash it up a little bit, fix up that little vent there. We're going to come, I think, from the stove or that, it would be good to either like to think about how, when we do the kitchen, to be considering what we're going to do with the stove venting and the rest of the house venting. That way we can make it all easy and simple. I don't necessarily, not really a big fan of the cross venting through the house, where it goes into the roof and comes out through the thingy. I always like the idea of where it vents directly out, if that's something we could do as a possibility. So then, you know, new board frame part on here, and we know we got to do this window, as well as do a bit of cleaning on gutters and shit like that, and going from there. Otherwise, the rest of it looks pretty good. We can transplant and grow some more of these trees somewhere else if you want a couple of maples at your house. So that little downspout down there, like replace and get a new one for the little bit of there. Have a look at this, see what this wire and that's for, and possibly either cap, remove, or put it through the plastic casing to go through there instead. As well as somewhere out here, it was probably on that part there, and there's the one up there, but a couple of small lights to light up, even if we grab a couple of cheaper ones that are on like a motion sensor, so that when they drive their car up or that, it lights up the driveway. It would be fantastic. These are small little things that we can look at and do with that. As far as the concrete goes, there's quite a lot of cracks in there and things like that. I don't know whether we want to do a self-leveling or anything like that to it. Let's bring that up. In the end, it will add a little bit of value to there. We just need to have a talk at the cost and things like that and see whether that value actually comes into play, as to whether it's going to be enough in there and we're not throwing a cost on there that just doesn't actually bring us anything to the house. As the final one, so this is still a powered light post. Shut up, Tony.
Sorry.
Oh, it was you this time?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, okay. You're laughing at me. So this is powered. Instead of just capping it off, it might be nice to actually turn around and do something with it, whether it's a light post, whether it's something else. We could put something out there that's lit, or just something simple. It's something that we can both put. I'll let you put your thinking cap on for that and go from there. Okay, buddy. Bye-bye.